Hello, my name is Emma Coward, and I am a senior graphic design student here at ASU, and this is my final presentation for GRA 462. In this class, we focused mainly on social justice issues and several projects that go along with that topic. My social justice issue was violence in media and its effects on youth. Violence has saturated the consumable media intended for youth in recent years, and it has adversely affected the youth population. It has been shown to increase aggressive behavior and thoughts and decrease feelings of empathy. It has also caused desensitization, which in turn decreases the sensitivity of pain and suffering, especially when the media consumed was video games. Violence in youth media has only increased when studies show that this is detrimental to their health and development. To continue to have an empathetic and healthy society, this is an incredibly important issue. So, for all of our social justice projects, we created a poster advertising the exhibit. So let's share my screen here. Here is my final exhibit poster. My topic was mapping the way to change, and this is a topographic map showing all of the names of the students in white around here and all of the social justice issues in yellow. So every student was tasked with creating a poster to promote the event, and this was my idea, my take on it, and it took several revisions to get to this final product, but I am very happy with how it turned out. So I readjusted the lines many times, went through different color schemes. I added lines here to make it even more of a topographical map, changed the font here several times, messed with the alignment, and different things, and I finally got to a product that I was really happy with. So it was a challenge to figure out how to find space for all of the student names and topics initially, but I was able to fit those in by redrawing the map and reconfiguring things into a way that I was ended up being really happy with. So this was a really fun project to figure out and work on. Next here is our final presentation, our exhibit for our social justice issue. So I named mine Mixed Signals to go along with the violence in media theme. And we have several different informational pieces here. So a sort of introduction, exposure to violence in media, several things that it leads to, violent video game stats, which is different feelings, such as aggressive thoughts, angry feelings, arousal, hostile appraisals, and aggression. They are shown to go up, and then helping and empathy is shown to go down. 90% of children in the US play video games. 90% of video games involve mature content, including violence. So this is just an overview of the topic and the important information to present with it. The challenges I had with this project was mainly the storytelling and the uh, interactive aspects. So here we have the QR code as well as the video that plays from 0 to 200,000 to represent the 200,000 violent acts of violent media. And yeah, but I really enjoyed this project. I also messed around with the layout quite a bit. This started here and then it was here and then so just figuring out the right way to storytell. But that was one of the main challenges for this, but it turned out really great and I'm really proud of it. So next I will show, so next we're going to go to the booklet. So I will show my screen again. Let's see. So my book is called Technical Difficulties. And I started here with the technical difficulty screen that often shows up when there are All right, we've got my screen shared, and my book is called Technical Difficulties. So I chose for the cover the technical difficulty screen that shows up when there's an issue with programming. So we've got here technical difficulties, and I decided to choose this kind of glitch font to further that theme. So this is the about table of contents. So I really wanted to drive home the glitch theme, the media theme. And so here is my infographic. So sketches for that, final infographic. So that even goes along with the theme a little bit with media. So here's an introduction of the problem, the approach, research. So continuing with that video game-esque theme, here's my research, the clock project. So this is from GRA 461. So continuing on, and clock sketches. So this is violence in media and how it affects the school and the academic aspects of a student and a child. So that's what this final clock represented. And then the physical clock poster contest. So we had our clock exhibition. So this was my final poster clock. Let's see, in our clock exhibition. So these are various materials that we included in our clock exhibition. My exhibit poster. So we've got my sketches, as we've just seen. This was the final poster. Presentation slides. So this was a presentation I did for the information of violence in media, and continuing with that static glitch theme here. Final exhibition, as we've just seen. Those were sketches, and then here's the final exhibit I just showed you. Glitch, sources, and extra revisions of that, and the Colvin, and yeah, that's it. And thank you so much. And I really had a great time. Oh gosh. So challenges I had with this book were getting to the correct number of pages and finding the right kind of theme to go with. So I did try a few different things other than the glitch. I found that was the most successful and aligned best with the content. I also played around with the layout and the flow of the book and just figuring out what worked best. But really, this was probably my most successful and favorite of the projects. With those small minor challenges, it really came together. And it was great. I had a great time in this class, and I really enjoyed everything we did. And I am very excited as to what's next after graduation. Thank you so much.